Over the last couple of years, we've had a major semiconductor shortage in the world, and that's meant a major shortage of new cars. Well, because of the war in the Ukraine, there is no neon being produced out of that country, and they make 50% of the world's neon. Well, guess what? Neon is a major component in the manufacture of semiconductors. That's right, we're just about to hit shortage number 2.
An estimated 250 tons of neon is produced by 2 Ukrainian companies, half of the world's consumption, and currently only 3 months' supply is on hand. Combined with residual pandemic production issues, a formula for a chip shortage seems almost certain. But some automakers have already adapted to the shortage and are ready. On a recent drive, I asked Jim Morrison, VP of Jeep, if he expected the new line of Jeeps, like the Grand Cherokee 4xe, to arrive this spring.
I can't tell you for sure because the world is changing by the minute. But what I can tell you is that we've got the best supply chain folks and the best buying power of any manufacturer. So we're in good shape, I think, to weather the storms.
Jeep is likely to continue production of its latest and best-selling vehicles. It's not the case with all automakers. Many have stopped production temporarily while they wait for chips and parts. The largest luxury exporter from the United States is BMW, and they have managed a 20% growth in 2021. Sebastian Mackensen is the CEO of BMW North America.
It's a lot about being inventive, having productive and cooperative relationships with our suppliers, being transparent and trying to manage through the situation. It's not that we were not affected. I think we got through it pretty well. We are still managing through it. It's not something which has gone away just it's because of new year 2022. I always say here on the market side, we get dealt a number of cards, and out of those, we will always try to make the best possible, and that's what we do.
Different kinds of cars use varying numbers of chips. The larger and the more tech-heavy the vehicle, the more chips. As a rule, and it's not absolute, electric cars use double the chips of gas cars. Dimitri Salakis is the CEO of Mercedes-Benz USA.
It continues to be an exercise, mostly on our guys out in production and supply management, which are trying to get the best out of what is offered and try to distribute the chips into our factories, into our models in the best way. I would say in US on our end, we did well, matching production with customer demand. More than that, it was a choice of selecting the segments where we would place our chips, where we had the highest demands on our products. So therefore, S-Class, GLE, GLS, the 2 products which are produced in the US were prioritized, and that kept the US markets up and going. But the exercise is continuing. So 2022 is better, but yet it's not back in the normal level we would like to have.
Many bigger manufacturers have lots to be optimistic about. It seems like some, BMW and Mercedes, do better than others, but Jeep do especially well. Jeep had the #1 plug-in hybrid last year in the middle of the chip crisis with the Wrangler 4xe, despite the pandemic.
If you thought you were paying high prices for a new car in the last year to 6 months, unfortunately that situation could possibly get worse in the next year or so.
I'm Nick Miles.